the world has never had a population bust without having some sort of massive endemic disease or war event. So when I say, the Chinese collapse has to happen, I don't know how you make it work without kids or young adults. When I say that the Americans are going to experience another baby boom as the millennials really come into their own, history and data suggests that, but we've really never seen this combination of factors before. The Zoomers, I have concerns. They are not like millennials. Millennials are very outgoing, they're very social, because they were raised by the baby boomers and they were always told that they were special. That's one of the reasons why a third of them still live at home. The Zoomers were raised by Gen X, my generation. And we took a very different view of things. We kept track of the score at the soccer game. We wrote it down. We showed it to them before each game. We read it to them to bed so that they wouldn't forget. And when they turn 18, they're the hell out of the house. They're insular. They're competitive. They don't like relying on anyone for anything. And so the whole group dynamics and managerial dynamics that the millennials are positively known for and recognized for, they're the antithesis. Their dream job is to code alone in the dark in a closet. And that makes it hard to have kids. So I think we can guarantee that when it's the Zoomers' time, when they're in their 30s, that their birth rates are going to be low. Their marriage rates are probably going to be the worst we've ever had. So assuming that globalization continues from its height onward, we were already in the process of revising down our estimates. So it used to be 15 years ago that we thought by 2050 we were going to have 11 to 12 billion people. That number is now under 10, and as the data continues to get upgraded, we'll probably, assuming nothing goes wrong, peak at just below 9 and then start falling back gently. If I'm right about deglobalization, we're going to have a significantly sharper drop-off, and as soon as globalization hits agriculture at large, which may be in the fourth quarter of this year, population peaks. There are a lot of technologies with automation, AI, and robotics that look really good. Now, AI, the whole idea of general AI and Skynet, we're decades away from that. So I'm going to just put that in a box. I'll let Elon Musk talk about that. AI is all about image recognition today and getting it so that machines can recognize different things and then do pre-programmed tasks. There's no real autonomy, but it's automated. That allows manufacturing to reshape, but it also requires massive economies of scale. The most expensive thing a country can do isn't industrialize, it's to automate. And it's not a one-off cost. You have to constantly update it because every time there's a change to the production line, you more or less have to start over with the programming. So it's a very expensive way to go. It does use different labor and less labor, but it's not clear to me that it really moves the needle in a huge way. And if we're breaking down global transport and intermediate goods trade, then we're losing the economies of scale that make that model work. In North America, where you've got 1/3 of global consumption, we'll probably still be doing that. But I see that broadly leaving the East Asian sphere, which combined with their bad demographics are awful. We also have the baby boomers leaving, so that we know that the capital crunch is coming. That means less money is available to do this sort of upgrading. The technologies I'm most interested in are the combination of automation and agriculture. We're very close to having facilities that you can latch onto a tractor that identify each individual plant and identify if it needs water or fertilizer or pesticide or if it's a weed or whatever, and then it gets a squirt of whatever is appropriate. So you do like 6 passes of stuff in one pass, and each plant gets individual attention. That suggests that we would be able to reduce fertilizer and pesticide use by 80%. And maybe even double yields. But again, economies of scale. It only works on mega farms where you can afford the equipment cost.